Good morning, Scorpio and cross watchers out there. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I'd like to do for you today, Scorpio, is to get you started with your Scorpio couples reading, just as you've seen I've posted for some of the other signs here. Now, we focused on Scorpio singles. So now we're going to focus more so on Scorpio couples. And in this reading, it's not necessarily predictive, ladies and gentlemen. It's more of an advice reading geared towards helping you improve an existing romantic situation that has soured. Okay? If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Rest assured, Scorpio, that this reading will not resonate for each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the information that you're seeking. So, what I like to do is to go on and just shuffle up my cards here. Okay. If I could find them. Oh, here they are. And just give you some indication of what I'm seeing. Okay. I'm going to first start off by um, talking to you about an energy that you seem to be clinging extremely too heavily to, and it might be affecting, the natural flow of your relationship, and you need to really take responsibility for this energy. Okay. And then secondly, I'm going to move on and discuss another energy that will kind of reveal to you your true strength and something that you might want to consider discussing with your partner, okay, and moving forward. This reading again is valid until the end of June, so you do have some time to work with it. And last but not least, I'm going to give you some actions that you might want to consider injecting into your life here to move your relationship on to that soulmate type connection that you are seeking. All right. So, as I said, I'm going to go on and shuffle up this deck here and see what we have. Okay, Spirit, what message would you like me to share here with Scorpio couples here regarding their relationship here? Okay. And what the goal is Scorpio is trying to improve his or her relationship. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, guys, I'm going to start with the cards at the bottom of the deck here, and I'm going to select two. We have both divine masculine, all right, as well as emotional freedom, all right. So what that those two cards seems to be just suggesting, particularly with divine masculine, is that structure is required in your romantic situation, and this card is asking you to be a bit more attentive. Try to make better choices, when it comes to your romantic situations, and use your intuition a bit more. It's not like the same level that you use with the divine feminine, but it's a different approach, okay? And what this shows here is that you certainly do want to manifest a better relationship, but you might want to stop being so judgmental that I'm kind of getting here, okay? And then you have this emotional freedom that's also connected there. So that's suggesting that a lot of you, it seems that a part of you really wants to be in a committed type, soulmate type relationship, while another part of you kind of wants to, still be in some type of an open type situation here. All right. You can have both. And having a soulmate connection certainly won't compromise your autonomy here. And some of you may even be feeling that someone is suppressing you, that your lover, in some sense, is suppressing you. It's best to share your fears as well as your secret, not to keep them hidden. Because when you do that, it causes all types of problems within your relationship. So it seems that you guys are having problems with your feeling that because you're in a relationship, you just lose everything, your entire personal autonomy. And that's not the case, ladies and gentlemen. You can compromise things. Okay, you can talk about things if you're truly honest with your partner. you two can work out some type of a suitable agreement. I'm kind of getting. All right. So now let's look at a past energy to which many of you seem to be clinging. An energy certainly that you really need to release. An energy that might be impeding the success of your romantic situation. We have intimacy, okay? So with having that particularly falling as your past energy here, it seems that many of you, when you're in your or particularly your existing situation, you seem to expect your lover to be like a doctor or a healer or some way. And the reason why I say this is because you're constantly focusing on what someone may have done to you. You're constantly acting as if you are the damsel in distress. You're constantly focusing on past hurts, you know? And constantly doing that in an existing situation, it can stifle it, all right? When it's time that when you may want to consider focusing more on your situation with your current partner. If you're still focusing and having problems on something that may have happened to you in the past, it's time for some of you to go see a counselor, okay, to work through these problems I'm getting. Because you can't expect your lover to really solve your problems for you. And when you constantly do that, you get mad at your lover often for not being your healer. And he or she is not in your life for that reason. So it seems that you guys need to work on healing and also consider counseling if you deem it necessary. I'm kind of seeing here. All right. So let's now move on and look at an energy, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps, or strength that really dwells within you that you may not be aware of, or something that you need to perhaps consider, an energy that you might want to consider sharing with your friend, or something that you can discuss here. So we have soulmates. And with having soulmates there, that certainly is suggesting here that it's time that, I can't stress it any further. You have to let go of pretenses, okay? And if you have not been yourself, you have to embrace change. So your strength really lies in being yourself. I don't feel that many of you have been yourself, and you may have entered this relationship not being yourself, you know? Um, and usually when you do that, you got to understand that the real you it's going to come out at some point here, okay? So being yourself, ladies and gentlemen, that's very much key here. Being authentic, being unshamefully, ladies and gentlemen, who you truly are. All right. So let's look at your last cards here. I'm gonna go on and select two here, and these cards certainly will help you if you kind of inject some of the messages that I'm gonna tell you with these cards. It will improve your situation. You have serendipity. All right. So your strength, ladies and gentlemen, also lies in your trusting your intuition here. Okay. And you're having faith. You have to tell your partner that you are, in fact, genuinely committed to him or her despite appearances to the contrary. And the reason why you may have had problems is because you bottled up your feelings so much, and you may have held secrets or withheld secrets that you should be sharing. It's time that you surrender to divine timing, as well as stop procrastinating. Okay? It's time that you really just get on a ball and do what's really needed to be done and resolving conflict in your situation, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It's time that you just have that self respect for yourself. If you don't respect yourself, how do you expect anyone else to respect you here? And when you really respect yourself, ladies and gentlemen, it makes a relationship very loving because the other person really can see that. So that card is also telling you to stop compromising your self-respect for love. And but do really what's best for you that I'm seeing here. I think you guys just, seem to be putting up a bit too much pretentiousness in your relationship, and you need to have a bit more self respect for yourself. Okay? So now I'm going to go on and just take out another deck here just to give you some additional guidance, ladies and gentlemen, on a few other things that you might want to consider letting go or surrendering moving forward here with regard to your romantic situation. So, Spirit, what additional messages would you like me to share with Scorpio, particularly during this time frame in question? Some messages that will allow them to transform their life and restore the harmony that they used to feel within this existing situation. Okay, let's see. All right. Wow. It seems that your situation is going to improve, Scorpio, here, because this card is asking you to surrender to wonder and awe. Okay? It's time that you open to the magic of every moment and really sense the awe and wonder in all of life. Because this attitude certainly is going to keep you connected to the ecstasy of love. It's time that you surrender obsessive thinking. Many of you are doing it extremely too much, ladies and gentlemen. And particularly if you're obsessing about a person or about your existing partner here, you need to turn the dilemma over to spirit, because doing so certainly will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. All right? It's time that you surrender your belief in scarcity. All right? The universe is asking you to be open to the infinite nature of abundance, because not having monetary resources also might be impeding the natural flow of your situation or your thinking processes surrounding money. Okay? Understand that you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dream if you understand that the universe offers limitless opportunities. Okay? It's time that you surrender low self-esteem here, particularly in your romantic situation. You deserve love, success, as well as, I cannot further echo this, abundance. Try to set an intention to identify and to release any remnants of any low self-esteem that many of you may have been feeling. And I'm feeling that it all stems from, once again, your past, ladies and gentlemen. Your past situation, this intimacy card here, you know, this energy that you seem to be still carrying, this baggage, this unneeded baggage. All right? It's time that you surrender to complete healing, because as I said from the onset, you haven't fully completely healed. It's time. Okay? So it's time that you open fully to loving, compassionate forces of the universe that really supports your physical, your emotional, ladies and gentlemen, and well as your spiritual well-being. And last but not least with these cards, some of you might even just consider surrendering to silence here. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, just being still, you know, just having practicing more meditation methods or meditative type methods here. Because silence certainly can heal as well as replenish you as well as your spirit. Okay? So, in conclusion today, Scorpios, I'd like to just leave you with a final message here from my wonderful postcards that I have here. A message from Spirit here, just to give you something to think about. Food for thought, or a message just simply just meant for you. So, Spirit, what message would you like me to share here for Scorpio couples here? What message would you like me to share? What message? Let's see, Scorpio. I'm going to select this card here. All right. And I'm going to read it as it is written. Dearest you, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, as separate from, as better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you always and forever. We just adore you over here. Okay? So, Scorpios, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered you food for thought. Be sure to like and share. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. All right? If you like a more personal reading, please contact me at will.brown at watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your day. Thanks a lot.